and welcome to Adesha Tech Tutorial. This tutorial is all about the study of electronics engineering. So as we all know, the first subject in electronics engineering is basic electronics. This basic electronics subject is covered by AME, that is Aeronautical Maintenance Engineering Diploma and Undergraduate Engineering students. AME and diploma students can select their topics and get the ideas, as I will be covering this course in detail as required by undergraduate engineering students. So let us begin. This course is divided into 5 modules. The first module is semiconductors, second is diodes, third is transistors. Transistor is further divided into 2 parts. First part is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, that is represented by MOSFET. The second one is your bipolar junction transistor, which is represented by BJT. In the last module, that is the fifth module, we will be covering signals and amplifiers. So let us have an introductory idea about all these modules. So coming on to the first module, that is semiconductors. Semiconductor is the basic building block of every electronic circuits, because electronic circuits are made from diodes and transistors, which are made from semiconductor. So now, out of which material semiconductor is made? Semiconductor is made from silicon, and it can also be made from germanium. But nowadays, microelectronic circuits are generally made from silicon material. In the right side, you can see a crystal, which is nothing but silicon crystal, out of which semiconductor is made. Now, what is the most important property of semiconductor? The most important property is its conductivity. Its conductivity can be increased or decreased by adding impurities to the semiconductor material, and its conductivity is also lie between conductor and insulator. Now, what is a conductor? A conductor easily allow the flow of current to pass through it. Its examples are metals, human body, water, and so on. And insulator. What is an insulator? Insulator are the substances which will not allow the flow of current through it. Its examples are wood, rubber, glass, etc. So this is an introductory idea about the semiconductor. Now next, moving on to the next module. The next module is diodes. So as I said, you diodes are made from semiconductor, and what is its important property? Again, important property is its conductivity. It can conduct current in one direction, and in the opposite direction it will oppose the flow of current. So it can act like a switch. So in the first figure you can see a diode which is known as crystal diode, and it consists of 2 terminals. The shaded black portion here is represented by cathode K, and the unshaded area is represented by anode A. In the middle you can see a square shaped crystal which is called silicon crystal. Hence the name of the diode is crystal diode. In the right side, in the second figure, you can see a diode which is known as PN diode, and it is also having 2 terminals. Now the shaded portion, grey color shaded area, is represented by cathode K, and the unshaded portion is represented by anode A. Now what is P and N? P is P-type semiconductor and N is N-type semiconductor, and hence the name PN diode. Now the last is the special purpose diode, which is known as Zener diode. It is having the same property as the diode, but unlike diode, it can also conduct current in opposite direction also, but to a certain limited voltage. Now let's move on to the next module, that is transistors. So transistors are nothing but they are also made up of semiconductors, and they can act as a switch or as an amplifier, and it is consisting of 3 terminals: emitter, base, and collector. So in the first figures you can see a transistor. So this is the top view and this is the back view of the transistor. As I said, your transistor is consisting of 3 terminals, but here in the figure you can see only 2 terminals. So where is the third terminal? Third terminal is the surface of the transistor, and this transistor is coming from transistor outline family. In the second figure you can see a transistor which is also from transistor outline family, and it also consists of 3 terminals. And in the third figure, this transistor is from SOT family, that is small outline transistor family, and it also consists of 3 terminals. The representation of the 3 terminals of the transistor can be made with the help of a multimeter. Now let's move on to the last module, that is signals and amplifier. So in this module, signals is covered because every electronic circuit is dealing with the processing of the signal. So study of the signal is very important. What are the types of signals and how it can be represented in time and frequency. Next is the amplifiers. So amplifiers are nothing but it is the most common signal processing a device which are made from transistor, and in this we will also cover what are the types of amplifiers. So that's it. This is all about an introductory idea about the basic electronics subject. In the next video we will cover the first module, that is semiconductors. So stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for watching the video.